We are now 50% complete with phase 4. We automated assembly director systems, and we were able to automate magnetic field generators after discovering we had an entire versatile framework setup doing absolutely nothing but going into an awesome sink. It still took a lot of work to get these done though. I actually had to rebuild the aluminum factory that I tore down a couple episodes ago thinking that I didn't need them, and belted all of the ingots over here to make casings. Don't mind this thing. Just pretend it's not there. Please. We also unlocked Mark III miners. Look at that output. 0 seconds. It's goddamn beautiful. The good vibes are about to be ruined though. This is a nuclear power plant. See this number right here? This is how many I intend to build today. That doesn't seem so crazy, right? But I assure you, this is going to be the most insane, headache-inducing, nightmare-fueled monstrosity of a build. Not only do we need 12 of these, we need 15 of these, 5 of these, 24 of these, 10 of these, and so many assemblers and constructors. I should have played Minecraft. First thing I want to do is gather all of the uranium. And I think we're gonna use trains, or a singular train, because we're gonna be building over in the swamp. So the uranium nodes, there's one right here, 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 and right here. So it's basically a big circle. I'm actually going to mark them manually, that way they're very visible. So we're gonna go like this, infinite large. There we go. Now I can see it wherever. So let me go ahead and mark these, and then I'm going to make a plan of how to get a train line running. So my idea is to just do kind of a sky bridge. I told myself I wasn't gonna do sky bridges anymore, but I think it's gonna be necessary in this case because it's uranium, and uranium gives off radiation, and if it's on the ground all the time, then I don't know. I know it disappears once the train passes, but yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I already have a giant platform right here. You can see I actually went out on the map. So this is what we're gonna be building. We're utilizing the entire swamp, but first we need to get the uranium there. So let's do that. All right, we have our first uranium node, which we are going to belt out there, build a little platform. We're gonna do it the same for the other 4 nodes, and then we are going to build a train line all the way around there. So this is gonna be kind of a rapid fire episode because I want to try to get as much done as possible in the, hour of recording time I have. And this is also only going to be part 1. This is definitely going to be a multi-episode project. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this belted, and we'll go from there. What? So 3 knobbies. 3 knobbies is what it takes to get these guys down. I just didn't want them freaking in my way all the time. All right, first node down. It is belted. Everything's good to go there. Now on to the next one. So what I'm gonna do is the node that is at the highest elevation, that is going to be our level for how high this sky bridge is gonna be for the train. So I'm gonna go to the next one. Ooh, a Mercer sphere. Ooh, a hard drive. So the cool part about doing it this way is once I have this train line in, any of the iron nodes or copper nodes, basically I can just toss another train line down or because I don't want to do multiple trains on one track. That's just not in my wheelhouse for this playthrough. So I'd rather have a one train line going in a loop or back and forth. But in this case, we're going to be doing it in a giant loop around the map. So what I could do is do another train line right next to that train to drop off any other resources, because I want uranium to be dedicated. So that's a must for me. But I don't know. I'm still in the early brainstorming phase of this. I'm finding so many Mercer spheres out here. I don't even need Mercer spheres. Everything's maxed out. Oh, there's the... Oh, right there it is. I thought that was the node and I had to explode a rock or something, but there it is right there. Nice and out in the open. So this actually looks like it might be the highest point. So this might be the baseline of how high we build our train line for uranium. And our base is just right over there. So what another thing I have planned or want to avoid is running the uranium right next to the base. So I'm gonna have to figure something out there, or go like way far around. I don't know. So I didn't explain why I wanted to use trains. So I still haven't figured out my drone network. Stupid things are back. I'm gonna kill these. But I still haven't figured out my drone network and how to refuel and stuff, and I don't really have time to figure it out. But trains is something that I do have figured out, so I'm gonna just stick with trains and hope that that works out well in my favor. So hopefully that kills the trains. Still did not kill them. That's crazy. Yeah, I was just crafting up some portable miners because I'm tossing down my Mark III miners as I go, so I know which way stuff is pointing when I do the sky bridge or whatever. These guys are getting on my nerves. I'm not trying to waste through filters while crafting, so these guys gotta go. Okay, now disappear. Away with you. Why'd I get 2 rounds? Are they together? I don't see the other one. Oh, okay, disappear now. Bye-bye. Honestly, I should probably just automate my automated miners. Why not, you know? All right, second miner down. So let's head off to the next one, which is gonna be over even closer to my base. Awesome. I bought some rocket fuel off of the Awesome Shop just to test it out and see if it would be worth it to make rocket fuel, and it looks like it is going to be a favorite of mine because it seems like it lasts longer than turbo fuel, and it makes you go up so much faster, kind of. I don't know, actually. Ooh, another hard drive. I already got it. What? I'm gonna need these. Okay, this is gonna be the height of the sky bridge. I think this is the highest point on the map. I'm pretty sure I've already been up here because I have the achievement for reaching the highest point on the map, and I have reached max height. That was a hypertube cannon mistake. Alrighty, third one down. Where are we going next? South-ish. Right there. Alrighty. So this one, we're going to end up just going up. Well, all of it, we're going to be going up. I'm going to go ahead and place down a miner here. We're not even going to platform it. Oh my god. Dude, there's so many spiders. And then there were none. All right, miner down. On to the next one. The last one, I believe. Yeah, I think it's over here. This one feels like it's in a cave, so I need to find the stupid entrance. I hate finding cave entrances. Just kidding, it was right here. Found it, found it. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. I might have to die because I have to get rid of this. I might be able to get a belt through here, but here we go. Okay, it's not bad. And I'm just gonna drop it. I'm actually healing. Okay, all right. Okay, let's trash. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm gonna go grab this. Okay, maybe it's not in this cave. What the hell? I'm so far away. All right, so I looked it up and apparently this is the correct way. I just have to find my way around this freaking cave. The problem is I don't see another path. This looks like literally a dead end. Like what do, you spicy fella? And there's nothing to exploded. So where go? Okay, but I already know where the next, it's like, I don't know. I have to find the other entrance. There's two. Found the entrance. It's gonna be over here. Well, I looked it up, I should say. I haven't found it yet, but we're getting there. Looks like this is it right here. I've been through here before. I do remember this. And then we could just belt it directly out here. Easy peasy. Oh yeah. And this is the normal node. I'm not gonna bother putting a thing down because we're just belting it directly out here. We're gonna go curvy mode and do some windy cave stuff. Mission complete. All right, now I want to get back to the super tall one, which is going to be right here. And we are going to start with the platform. I'm super excited about this. We're gonna make it look so cool. So this is gonna be the first marker that we go to. So it's basically just gonna be a straight line. Well, kind of. It's gonna be kind of like a south, and then we'll come around here, and then that'll be a straight line. And then we can curve it a little bit more. Get over here. Well, this will be where it drops off, and then, yeah, it'll just loop around. Okay, I think this is gonna work out pretty nice. So let's see what I can come up with, and hopefully it doesn't take forever. So I actually got this mod called Infinite Zoop. It actually allows you to go like that. But I want to unlock the rest of the zoops. So if you put down a MAM, once you have the mod installed, you put this down. Well, okay. I couldn't do it though because I was scanning a hard drive. So we're gonna grab out plates and then concrete, and we're gonna research all of this. Dude, it takes 10 seconds. Why? So that'll do 15 zoops. So this is gonna be a lot quicker than I thought. Oh man, come on. All right, I'm gonna learn all this crap. All right, we got infinite zoops now. So now building this sky bridge is gonna be like no time at all. It's gonna make things so much faster. I got the complete a MAM research tree achievement for a modded. That's funny. Okay, so let me try this out. So we're going this way. I'm kind of excited to see how this works. So, like this. That's so far. That is just so ridiculously far. That's insane. I did 33. All right, let's try to go higher. Oh, 97. That's crazy. You can see my bauxite. That's my train line for my bauxite. Dude, it's crazy how far. So we're actually going to, where is it? It's somewhere around here. Okay, I caught sight of it. That's where we're going. So I need to get this over top of that. And then bring a belt up and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out pretty nice. I will be doing some curves and stuff, so it's not gonna be just a right angle, but we'll get there. Okay, so I got the platform over top of the miner, and now I'm gonna do my infinite lift. I've got all the whatchamacallits calculated. Everything's good to go. So I just gotta climb this makeshift platform ladder that that I built. Honestly, I'm gonna be shocked if this actually connects. I mean, I'm sure it will, but I'm still gonna be shocked because that's just crazy. All right, let's get our light on. Ah, it's the wrong side. Damn it! I thought I had it on the correct side. That sucks. All right, so just to make sure it was right. Right there. Moment of truth. Oh my God, it connects. I knew it would, but I'm still amazed. That's just insane. Look how far down that is. That's crazy. Get rid of this one so I don't get confused. All right, cool. So we're good to go there. So how I'm gonna do the power is once I get this train line going, I'm just gonna route a bunch of power poles or like the wall mounted power or whatever all the way around. That way I can just string power wherever I need it. It'll help out a lot for other nodes and stuff because this is not just gonna be for uranium. I'm actually gonna do like belt highways and pipes and stuff like that. Make it look at least a little cool. All right, on to the next one. I made a little mistake. So I have my marker right here, so I brought the platform right here, but this is where I'm coming out at. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of maintenance and backtrack a little bit. That's all right, we'll get there. Alrighty, we have arrived at the next one. I'm just gonna do the same thing with this one as I did the other one over there. Just do a freaking elevator or whatever. All right, conveyor lift has been built. Just waiting for it to construct. There it goes. Sick. All right, I'm gonna go down, connect all this up, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. And we're at the next one, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. It takes so long to build. I think this is the tallest one because we're at the highest peak, and I think that's the lowest. No, it went sideways. What the hell, man? I gotta redo it. Please, 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 please. Come on, man. What the frick? Okay, whatever. We're not fixing it. Next, we are gonna be going to this one. So we're gonna change that to infinite and change this to near. That way we know where we're going. And it's pretty much a straight shot north. So what I've been doing is I've been zooping all of these and then basically zooping until, see how the marker is lining up with north? So what I'll do is I'll just keep going north, keep going north, keep going north until that marker touches the west little marker up there. So it's been pretty easy for me. So that's how I'm doing it. This one's gonna be pretty easy because I already have it lined up with the world grid and all that good stuff. I just need to line it up. I'm probably gonna have to turn it around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it around so that it faces us. But I would like to make sure this, yeah, let's go out like this. Go out a little bit. I'm gonna have to trim off. Oh, there's actually not a lot of excess. I thought it went all the way over that way, but hey, we good, we good. Trim the fat off. And once again, gonna do the exact same thing. And then look at how close we are to the end. So it goes all the way down. You can see the 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. It's actually working out pretty nice. I'm enjoying it. All right. Okay, so that one stayed flush with the wall. So that's pretty dope. So now we're good to go there. Now we just have to get all the way back over to there, and it looks literally like it's a straight shot. So this should be pretty easy. I'm hoping that this is far enough away to not give me radiation when I'm in my normal base. I don't think it will. I think it's way far away, or more than far away. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. All right, so I'm gonna have to do something a little different here because obviously I can't send a train through this cliff because it kind of clips in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get as close as possible, and then I'm gonna go around, and we're gonna do some curvy bits. So this is the part where I'm gonna be jumping ahead a lot because all this stuff is gonna be super tedious and super boring. So we're just gonna skip to where I have this nice and curvy and complete, and we'll go from there. So I can actually just build the rail track on a curve and not have to worry about doing this. So this I'll do later. I'm gonna go ahead and track the entire path, and then we'll put in some stations at where we need to be, and then we'll power it up and hopefully get everything running beautifully. We'll see. I don't even know how many train cars I'm gonna need for this much. It's gonna be insane.
One eternity later.
All right, tracks are complete. Now I have to figure out how much ore total we're gonna be getting from this. So I'm gonna do some Satisfactory modeler stuff, try to calculate how much we're gonna be transporting, and hopefully try to calculate the time it takes for the train to do all the stops. We might actually have to put a train down after we get all the stations complete, and then kind of time how long it takes. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we're gonna figure something out. So I have calculated the amount of time it takes this train to make one round trip. That's without stops. And I calculated it to be about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And since there's 5 stops, I think it said something about it taking 54 seconds. So we'll round that up to 1 hour. 1 minute. So 1 minute for each stop. So that would put us at around 11 and a half minutes. We'll round that up to 12. And that is how we are going to calculate how many cars we need. It's going to be a lot. I don't know if this, like, what's the max amount of cars you can have on a train? I'm gonna go look that up. I actually did the math. So 2,100 uranium per minute. 12 minutes. Hold on. Let me visualize this for you guys. So 2,100 per minute from all nodes times 12 minutes is 2,200. So 2,200 divided by 100, because that's how many stacks, or that's how many uranium stacks, the max stack of uranium. You know what I'm saying. So 252 divided by 32, because each train car can hold 32 stacks. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. Okay, I guess that's right. So it only needs 8. So let me see how many locomotives I need. Cool. So we only need 2 locomotives because 1 pulls 4. So we're going to do that. And then, yeah, I think we're good. Now, I'm not sure if I should do 8 stations or like 8 cars. I'm actually not sure. So I'm going to have to calculate, because I need to determine which cars each node fills up. So I'm gonna have to do some crazy calculations there. But total amount of cars is going to be 8. 2 locomotives, 8 cargo car thingamabobs. But we're gonna be unloading over at the swamp. So I'm gonna go over to, I think it's that station, and that's where we're gonna start. And then each one is going to have a different location for what car gets filled up. I'll show you guys. It doesn't make any sense right now, but it will in a moment, I promise. And actually, I can subtract 300 from that, because this we can just belt directly. Because once we unload on this station, it's literally just going to be multiple belts going down there. So, yeah, we can probably just do away with 300 on that number. So it'll be 1,800. So that'll alleviate it a little bit more. So doing the new math, it's actually going to be 7 cars that we need. We're still going to need 2 locomotives, but 7 train cars should be what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and set up 7 here. This is just going to be for unloading. So yeah, it's going to be tricky. This is going to be absolutely insane. Oh man. Wait a minute. Why is there only 4? Did it just flip-flop them? It flip-flopped them. Can I have them going the same way? I need them going the same way. Cool. So they're all facing the same way now. Now I gotta figure out the math. Lots of math. Lots of math. Forgot to incorporate the second locomotive, so I need to do that. Come on. Connecty spaghetti. Cool. So it should stop right here. I freaking hope. I freaking hope, man. Imagine if I was doing this with drones, though. Man, we'd be here all day with just one freaking station. All right, on to the next station. So I'm just gonna go from front to back with how this is loaded, like in order. So hopefully we can queue this up and calculate everything correctly. I can't afford any problems. All right, this is the next station. We're gonna back it up and make the train wait over there while I build up the station. God, I hope this goes smooth. Okay, so 300 times 12, because this is an impure node. I'm going to be overclocking it, Mark 3 minor, all that good stuff. So this is going to be 300 coming up here. Times 12 minutes is only... Oh, hold on. 300 times 12 is 3,600. So 3,600 divided by 100 is 36. So I'm going to need the first 2 cars, 2 train cars. So this is only going to be a 2-station track, and we're going to be filling up the first and second cart. Well, partially starting that cart, and then we'll do the math with how much remaining spaces is there plus whatever else we need. Yeah, cool. So I have this situated. I wonder if I even need the second station. Or if I could just have regular track there and then it'll stop at this station. I don't know. But we're good with this station. It is good. There's another reason that I am using trains over drones. And that's because I only have 1 wire connected to these. And it's over there. Which is kind of sick. Because I don't need to worry about fuel or running extra power lines or anything like that. It is amazing. I just thought of a better idea. Instead of doing the math to figure out what train cars are empty and what ones we need to fill still, why don't I just do 7 stations in every part and then evenly distribute them all? That way we don't have any overflow from any of the stations. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of the stations, and then we'll test it out. All right, all stations have been set up. Every single one looks like this, and I named them very simply. So station 1, this is where we're going to be unloading all of the uranium and belting it all the way down there, because right here is going to be, well, basically all of this is going to be our nuclear power plant. But front one is always station 1, number 1. Station 1, number 2. The number 1 and number 2 is a platform. We're never going to reference this. So the timetable just goes from station 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 5. Yeah. So we actually are testing the train now. So I am actually going to calculate exactly. Where's my train? Okay, there it is. So we're going to actually calculate how long this takes. I actually have each stop set to the exact amount of time it would take if it was unloading and loading. So once we're off to the races, I'm going to start the stopwatch and I will report with my findings. Over and out for now. It's so crazy being able to see the train, the entire map. What the hell is that? That's crazy. You can't really see the stations. They're not in render distance, but we can see the train. Oh no, my freight cars have disappeared. I wonder if that'll go out of render view too. So the next station is way the hell over there. I could have sworn there was another station in between these, but I guess not. It's also very hard to believe that that is 120 kilometers per second. I mean, per hour. Oh no! I lost the train! Aw, man. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to watch it on the map. Yeah, boy. So we're almost complete. It's about to do the last station and then end up here, and we're only at just over 7 minutes. So I might be able to reduce the amount of train cars, which would be ideal. If I can reduce it down to just 4, that would be awesome. But I'm just not sure. I'm gonna have to play around with it, figure out how much gets filled each stop, and I don't know, figure it out. I'm gonna try to disperse everything evenly among all the train cars. But since I already have 7 freight cars, I might as well use them, you know? Because it takes the exact same amount of time regardless of how many train cars you have. So why not use them, you know? And just as a side note, I am measuring the time between the first train horn when it departs and the next train horn when it departs. So from train horn to train horn. It's about to come around the corner now, and I'm gonna stop the timer once I hear the train horn. Here it comes into the station. And a few more seconds. Time. 9 minutes, 58 seconds. So we'll round that up to 10 minutes. So it's about two less minutes than I calculated. Now I've got to get everything powered up and ready to go. This is going to be interesting, but I'm gonna go ahead and get all of these belted. Probably just gonna sync them all for now, and then we'll figure it out from there. One thing I'm not decided on though is if I should merge all of these or just do their own separate belts. That would be 7 belts. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this. I cannot begin to explain how long lifting all of these up there took. I had to build a freaking ladder and just climb up it, but it looks good. Everything's flush. We good to go. This one is gonna merge into one of these lines, but now I have to figure out how I want to get these over here. I wasn't really thinking about that. I should have went a little bit higher. I might have to redo all these. I don't know. Actually, I have an idea. No, maybe not. I don't know. I was gonna, like, go like this. And then basically do, like, separate layers and do vertical stacking. But I think it's gonna look cool to have 7 belts going across the swamp. So I'm gonna figure this out and try to get it over there because we need to get it somewhere over here. Dude, this infinite zoop mod is literally goated. I freaking love this thing. Look how far back I can go. Oh, that's amazing. So this is what I have so far. So once I get it over there, I'm probably just gonna sync it all for now and then get the other set up. This is the part that's gonna take the longest because all the other ones is literally just going from the uranium node and then just spreading that evenly across 7 different platforms, which is super easy. This is the difficult part. So, but it's coming together pretty nicely. Just having a little issue with these thingamabobs. Need to clear the path. Okay. These I cannot destroy, so I might actually have to turn here. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, continuing on. You know what? I might actually just set up the awesome sinks right now just to get the rest of it configured and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna set up 7 awesome sinks like right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and run power to everything and then try to get everything merged over here. I don't know. I know this is a pretty chaotic episode, but I promise it's gonna come together soon. Sinks are down and powered. I just brought power from over there. I had a power tower over there, brought it over this way. All right, now I need to get to the other stations. This is going to be rough. I was not aware I could have just used my hover pack because the train lines are electrified. Damn it. That sucks. It's a little trippy just casually hovering over my main factory area. It's crazy. I could not begin to explain how long this has been taking. I still have to go all the way around the entire loop. This is gonna suck. Power has been ran, and now it is time to connect up all stations to the grid. I'm very nervous about this, but I think, don't mind that ladder. But I gotta double check, make sure everything's running. I think we're good. I just need to figure out which one to connect to. Actually, this one, I believe, needs to be connected down here. So here we go. I think this is the only one where I have to actually go in here to start up the miner. Yep. And then the rest of them, I have a connection point on the actual, like, top up on the platform. So we're starting with this one. All right, I need to get the hell out of here, like, with the quickness, because it's about to get super radioactive. I do have to check to make sure it's running, because I have this going into a merger that merges into this last belt and then goes into here. So hopefully we'll start seeing a lot of uranium. Drum roll. And we have liftoff. Make sure it's sinking correctly. Sick. Oh. Oh, you have to be like right up on the belt. Okay, that's pretty handy. Sick. All right, so that's one node that is accounted for. So now I have to get back up there, get the other stations. Ready? Rapid fire. Bink, 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 bink. Okay, I believe that was the last one. So we should be getting a partial load over at Station 1, where we're offloading all of the uranium. Hey, there's my first power plant. I need to revamp that. Get some turbo fuel in there. I even think there's a crude oil node that I'm not even using. I can't see anything from here. I don't know if it's actually working. But I suppose we're gonna wait and see if it's actually doing what I want it to do. So this is all unload. Okay, okay. All right, there's the train. Can I see stuff rising over here? Yeah, I think we're just out of render range, because there's my train. All right, I just gotta basically hurry up and wait. Yeah, definitely out of render range, because I would be able to see my steel right there. That's my steel production. That belt. And I don't see anything when I know 100% it is working. All right, it's making its way over here. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, and it's got freight. So that means every single car actually got some stuff. Dude, this is gonna be so sick. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, radiation levels going crazy. Not so much in the back though. So it seems like it's more in the middle. Okay, here we go. Floodgates open. All right, so this is gonna be just like a partial run. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. That's amazing. Look at that. Oh. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Look how beautiful that is. I have no idea if we are running the stations efficiently, but we should be good. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so they are ending pretty fast. So the middle ones are getting more. Maybe I should do smart splitters at each station and then just subsequently do like the overflow. You know what I mean? Something that keeps it so nothing gets backed up. But it is working pretty nicely. I am very happy with this so far. A lot of belts, a lot of work, a lot of hours went into just this train, which is kind of insane. Well, that's weird. So just as an idea of how long it's been, I have 55 coupons again. That's crazy. I'm probably gonna leave the game running overnight just so I can get a lot more tickets and not have to worry about them. Okay, so I'm gonna go double check all of my stations and make sure everything's running optimally. So this was the main station I wanted to make sure was working right, because these right here took forever to do. Oh my god, did they take a long ass time. Okay, that's strange. Why am I getting radiation, the radiation bar? It says there's radiation, right? Wait, what is happening? Where's the radiation coming from? This bar? Or this belt? Why are these radioactive? Did they change this so where like the radioactivity stays? Because that would be stupid. But luckily, we are too far up for it to matter, like while we're down there. So, well, that's cool. You don't actually take radiation damage if you hitch a ride. So, that's pretty cool. Uh-oh, mistakes have been made. Just gotta belt all this crap up. My bad, my bad. I know there's always something I miss. So I always have to go back and make sure everything is good. Cool. So all of these should be working in tip-top shape now. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do with each station, so like see how this is the middle one, dispersing it to the left and right and to forward. I think in the next station, I'm gonna do like this one, and then the station after that, do this one. That way it kind of evens it out a little bit. I don't know, but I gotta go check the next one. Make sure I'm not messing up. Actually, the next one is the swamp, and I already know that works phenomenally. So there you have it. Transporting every single piece of uranium ore with one train. And I know I said that I was going to be building nuclear power generators in this episode, but there is so much more to do before we get to that point. So this was just the logistics portion. So there's going to be a lot of steps. There's going to be so many steps. In the next episode, we are going to be consolidating some of these belts while getting them all shipped over to where we want our facility to be. And then we'll have to consolidate some of these belts, get them to where the belts are pumping out even amounts, do some calculations, all that good stuff. It's gonna be good times. But that is gonna do it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel way more than you know. And leave some suggestions down below, because I am completely new to this game and nuclear power. So I'm gonna need some tidbits of help. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'll have a link for that down in the description, as well as a link to Discord if you feel like joining that. I also stream on YouTube Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the exception of the last Sunday of every month. That's my day off. So if you're on YouTube at that time, feel free to stop in and say what up. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means the world to me, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.